Welcome to Cam Look, your bi-weekly bit of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each Tuesday and Thursday, a staff member or volunteer will present an object from the museum's permanent collection and pose questions for discussion. Please check back at 10 a.m. on those days for a new work and a new conversation. Hi, I'm Susan, a docent at the museum, and today I'd like to present Charles Marion Russell's Roping Fresh Mounts. Russell, an American artist affectionately known as the cowboy artist, was a nostalgist. He created imaginative works in his studio of the Old West. By the time this work was completed, however, in 1918, auto production had surpassed that of horse-drawn vehicles. World War I had just ended. Russell painted a romanticized historical account of cowboys and Indians, not an actual way of life for most. For example, he never witnessed a buffalo hunt, yet created multiple works of this subject, one of his most popular. Born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, Russell sketched and molded small figures as a boy, but he received no art training. Leaving school at 16, he moved to Montana to work on a sheep ranch. By all accounts, he wasn't any good at it, but he certainly looks the part in this photo in 1886. Eventually acquiring skills necessary for a cowboy and wrangler, he herded at night and sketched during the day. Residing with the Blood Indians, a branch of the Blackfeet Nation, for a period of time, he also acquired some knowledge of Indian culture. He didn't attempt to make a living from art until settling in the city of Great Falls, Montana at age 28. Giving credit where credit is due, he might never have succeeded were it not for his wife Nancy. Here she is pictured in Russell's log cabin studio filled with his collection of artifacts and memorabilia. It was Nancy who marketed his works. It was she who arranged travel to New York, where Russell met with other artists and gained from their experience and training. With her help, he became one of the highest paid artists of his time. Back to our work. A great example of why Russell was so popular. His paintings generally told a story. Who doesn't like a good story? This one seems to celebrate bravery and skill. Russell was an admirer of and advocate for Native American people. He and other influential Montanans supported the demand of the Chippewa people, a tribe forced from their territories and essentially homeless, for land, housing, and education. Congress did establish the Rocky Boy Reservation in 1916. The federally recognized Chippewa Cree Indians govern this reservation today. Russell's works or stories were frequently action-packed like this painting. When I ask school groups how the artist shows action or motion, they note the dust, the ropes suspended in air, the horses' manes blown awry, and their poses. Some find the hooves suspended in air of the horses in the foreground. A few note the tension of the man's arms. Mingling with all this action is beautiful color and romantic lighting. Perhaps he put the warm glow of the fire in the dwelling on the right to draw our eyes to the sky. The saddle is a bit fancier than what you would expect, but the detail is historically correct. I think I mentioned Russell was a big collector. Nancy must have been tolerant as well as a savvy businesswoman. Are you nostalgic for times past like Russell? Our memories of time and place are influenced by many things. Have they ever been influenced by art? I obtained my first impressions of the West from movies, an art form that Russell had a fondness for also.